Hi, I'm Nelson, and we have Lydia here. And right now we'd like to show how to use this WONDFO Proj machine. So I'll just quickly explain what we have in front of us so you know what kit is needed. So we have the main testing machine, and that's here. We've got the operation manual. We've also got a control. I'll show you how to use that a bit later. We've got the test kits required for each test that we run, and a quick guide here. Also, we've got some mixing tubes, all right, and centrifuge. Okay, so first we need to start running the machine. So there's a on-off switch on the side here, and we just pop that on. There's a tiny switch here which says PC or Mac. It should be at Mac, but yeah, by the time we send it to you, it's already set at the Mac position. Excellent. So you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so let's take a look at the what's inside of this box. Okay, so inside this box, it comes with a test cassette, each of them in a foil pack, individually packed. Okay, we've got the buffer solution. We've got enough for the test that's in this box. Okay, now we have a pipette tip. Now the pipette tip is to be used with this pipette, which it will provide to you as well.
And so they're a single use?
Yes, yes, they are single use. We have enough of them. We do recommend using a new one for each test.
Yes.
Okay, and also we have a test chip, an ID chip. So what this chip does is once we pop it in here, and then we can press read ID chip. Okay, press that, and then it will know that we're doing a Proj test.
So I do that every time I turn the machine on?
What you should do is you should do that every time you start a new pack.
Right.
Yeah, a new box, because each box comes with the chip.
Okay.
Yeah, just do the chip for it's good enough for the 10 tests in here. Okay,
excellent.
so if you start a new box, repeat that for the new box with the chip that's in the new box.
Yep.
Okay, so we read the ID chip and just press OK. All right, now what we have here is the control reading card. So this is a calibration card to make sure the test we're running is accurate. Okay, so you just take it out from the foil pack. Okay, and you can see that one side is textured, and that's just for you to hold on to.
Right.
And the other end goes into the machine. Okay, facing up.
Yep.
Okay, into this slot here. Okay, all the way in. And then here you have two options. One is a quick test, one is standard test. So since we're only doing a calibration, I think a quick test is good enough.
Yes.
Okay, and then you just press start test. It should only take about 5 seconds.
Now, do I do that every time I turn the machine on?
If you want to, you don't have to. I think it's good enough for the 10 tests. Yeah, in the box.
Yep.
Okay. If it tells you, to manually override, just press yes, and it's. Okay. I've taken it out. Let's do it again. Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea to leave the cartridge while you're running the test. Okay. Okay, so we've got a result. It shows it's less than a certain amount, and that's a control.
Yes.
So we're happy with that.
Yep.
If you want to save the record, you can always press print, and it will do a quick printout. But yeah, okay. Otherwise, the calibration is done. Okay, so now I'll go over how to do the actual test. So you will need to draw blood from the dog. Yep. Once you have that, make sure you empty all the content that's in the syringe into one of these fresh tubes.
Yes.
So everything in here, and once you have that, close the lid. Okay. And then, so this is a centrifuge. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Now, this was an earlier test we did. So once you have the blood to be tested, you put it in one side, and on the other side, you want to try to match the volume of blood that's in the tube with just water. can be any liquid. Water is just convenient.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically just a counterweight so that we have a balanced wheel here. And what you want is you want to put them opposite to each other.
Right.
Okay, so then you can close the lid, put it on a stable surface, and then there's an on-off button at the back, and you want to start that and run it for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Okay, so after the 15 minutes, the blood will separate, and you see the red portion of it at the bottom, and there's also a little layer of clear liquid at the top, and that's the part we want to test with.
The clear liquid.
The clear liquid.
Right.
Okay, so then once that's completed, you've got the tube ready. Then you want to take a pipette with a fresh tip. Okay, so each box comes with enough tips to use, and we've gone through this earlier.
Yes.
So just take a fresh tip and just put it on here securely. And then what you want to do is, do I have something here? Well, let's say it was this. Yeah. What you want to do is you want to go in carefully, resting it on something stable, and you want the tip to be above the red part of the liquid, at the bottom of the clear liquid, and then you want to press this button to the first stop. Okay?
Yes.
There's 2 stops in this pipette, so you can actually feel it. First stop, second stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we want to go down to the first stop, and then gently let this raise back up. So it's spring loaded, so it will raise by itself.
Okay.
And then what that does, it will draw the liquid inside. Okay. Now we can close the lid on this tube. Put it aside. Now we take a fresh one of these buffers. Okay, we take fresh one of these buffers, and we've got the solution of clear liquid in here. We want to drop this right in the center of this. Press down so the liquid will come out and mix with the buffer solution, and then we can suck it back up again. We want to repeat this about 5 times, so that way
so it mixes in?
It mixes in thoroughly.
Right.
Okay, and then you want to push everything out all the way to the second stop.
Okay.
And that way it clears everything that's inside this tip here. Okay, and now we reset, let it go back to the top. Okay, and then now we can just go down the bottom, go down to the first stop, slowly take the liquid up. It's already set at a certain volume for you, so you don't really have to do any tweaks to this.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay, so you have the solution to be tested, and now you want to take your cassette. Open the pack, and I'll just use one that we've used earlier. This is a test cassette. Lay it down on a flat surface, and you want to drop everything in the pipette into this little well here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So do it gently, and make sure you go all the way down to the second stop.
Yep.
Okay. And then now it's ready to be tested. Okay. So now we have the cassette. Again, we want to be holding it by the textured surface. We stick it in here. Okay. It will meet there'll be a stop. Just rest it against that. Select standard test from here, and then start the test. So then it will take the cartridge in, and it will run the test by itself.
Right.
And it will set a timer for 15 minutes. So meanwhile, you can do whatever other preparations or stuff you want.
So 15 minutes and 15 minutes.
That's correct. Okay. Make sure when this is running, you don't switch off the power or anything. We don't want the cartridge to get stuck inside. But basically after the 15 minutes, it will give a readout.
Right, and this one stops automatically.
It stops automatically. Yep. And at that point, you can choose to print again, and then you will get a little docket with the details on it.
Yes.
There is an option for you to enter the details of like the bitch's name, age, whatnot. Otherwise you can also just write manually on the docket the name, whatever is easier for you. But after that the test is completed.
And this pops back out after the 15 minutes?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so now in order to shut off this machine, you can press reset the slot. So basically that just takes the little slot back in,
Okay.
remove the chip, and then we can power
Turn
off.
off the power.
Yeah. So that's the whole process.
Well done.
It's-
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.